Hey guys, have you ever wondered how to deal with difficulty situations? Maybe the business is downsizing and there is a risk of your role to be made redundant. The business is considering to send offshore, or maybe you are just facing a life challenge and you are struggling to cope with that. Today, I would like to share with you an approach that I have for my life when I'm dealing with challenge. I hope that this will serve you on a sense of making you better with your relationships because you can feel more centered if you are applying this mental model, and even for your career because some of the tactics that I will share with you you can deploy in your career when facing difficult challenges. So let's dive in the first hint for the sessions of today. Number one is you should have a rock solid faith in yourself. Probably you handled difficult challenges, difficult situations before, and you survived. We are facing a challenge, and we have that philosophy with ourselves that we did before and we did well. Or if we struggled, we at least survived. We are here. That will really help you to kind of anchor yourself better when something is happening. For instance, if you receive some news that the business will make team member is redundant and you are afraid of losing your job. Probably you had a transition before in your life that you survived, and sometimes even you got a better job. And write in your mind that you did well, you did survive the challenge of the project, the short deadlines, or the lack of resources. And usually you will see that those things they have some affirmations, they try to build some sentence what did well during the sprint or during the last 2 weeks or last month, and what didn't went well as well, and how they could approach that. We usually do a lot, and sometimes we don't tap ourselves in the back. Kind of grant this gift to yourself, and when things hit the fan, you are confident, like you will just stop and think, hey, I did something good before and I will survive this. This leads me to the hint number two. Adopt a role model mindset. Other people, they are watching you, and that can be in the business, in the family. Maybe your kids are looking how you are behaving with a difficult situation. And when you do that gracefully, when you do your best and you approach with your best self version when a situation happens, people they start to kind of build more confidence with you. You develop more social influence with those around of you, and some people would say that is just developing more authority because you are handling well. You are being a calm, cool person, even when the situation is hard, is difficult, the project fails, the job doesn't work well, the team really goes to offshore. At least you did your best, and you will be confident that you took the right next action of integrity in your life, and you are better prepared for the next situations. And that led me for the number three. Know your position. I came from Brazil, as many of you know, and back in Brazil, it's very popular soccer. We observe the best players. They kind of are there in the field, just waiting for the right moment for them to get the ball, to score a point. And we should really think this in our life, where we are at with these difficult situations. Is really assess, all right, like how are my savings here? Are we prepared here to maybe make a smooth transition? Certifications, are they up to date? You will kind of assess where you are, and if those things are not ready, you can prepare, you can plan in advance the time and get ready for it. So it's really making the old SWOT analysis, like what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths. And with that, you can follow to the next hint that I will share with you. You should ask for help fast. In moments of transition, and I have been guilty of this in my life, and we have a lot of ego, we try to protect our image, our identity. When things they go sideways, we don't ask for help straight away. we kind of meander, we keep that in our head, we get a little bit down, discouraged, and doubtful about the next actions that we should take. But we should really raise our hand and ask friends, ask people that we know, like, hey, this situation is happening right now in my career. What would you advise me here to do? What should be the next steps that you consider here? I did this in different situations in my life, but was not always on that way. As many of you know my story, when I came into Australia, even though I had a business in Brazil, I decided to go down into the professional career here as a cloud and systems engineer. When I got my first role in a company, that didn't work well because I was struggling with my communication skills. Back in Brazil, our native language is Portuguese, and here in Australia, it's English. So I just learned English like 2 years prior coming to Australia. So I wasn't in a good space to talk with customers, to deal with situations and think about technology and provide quick answers or think quickly. It was really a struggle for me. So I quickly got kicked off from that role. Like I needed to move on. But that transition like took a while for me. It took months even for me to disclose to my friends what really happened, to debrief with them and with my family. I kind of hold that for a while, and it was not healthy for me, like for my mental health. And I did struggle. I was kind of in a dark place. Like I was not confident about my skills, like or how I would go to the next role, or if I was even prepared to get into this country and take on new roles and move ahead in my career, or even launch a new business here in Australia. So it took a while for me, 4 months, to realize that I could share with people, I could ask for help. They tried to provide some comfort to me. And in the marketplace, there were some professional recruiters that they quickly position myself to other business that I could work on. Came back to the market, like in 1 week, I got another contract, another role to work, and I kept building that career in this cloud space. So my lesson from there was really, if I were more fast, like if I didn't wait for 5 months to ask for help and raise my hand, I could be much more faster, like to get back into the marketplace and keep building my career. So my advice for you is whatever challenge or circumstance that you have, raise your hand, share with people, ask for help. Sometimes we get down into ourselves just trying to protect our image, our ego, and we think, oh, what my friends will think about me, what they are going to think, and they are not thinking about you. They have their challenge, they have their life, they have things to do as well. So you should be really more open to that and vulnerable, like and exploring with people the options that you have, and that will really help you to get out of this spin of challenge and issue and move ahead, move on, and life continues, and you can really enjoy the next steps after facing this difficult situation, this crisis in your life. I hope that you have enjoyed this video today. If you did, please hit subscribe or like, share with your friends, or leave me a comment and tell me where are you watch from. And I hope that this provide you some good value. Thank you. Cheers.